So finally, we're just going to talk about passing vectors to functions. And really, passing a vector is like passing any other variable or object. They can be passed as value parameters, or they can be passed as reference parameters. So they are a little bit different than arrays. So in this example, you'll see a vector called values, and I just have a double called average. So the first thing I do is I call store values. So when you call the function, you just pass the variable name, and if you look at the heading of my function, vector, int, values, and it's got to be a reference parameter, so that's where the ampersand would go. And the reason is that we need to store the values in the vector and return it back to the main program so we can calculate the average. So here it's just going to ask us how many values do we want to average, and it has a for loop that goes through that many times. The user entered values, a value, and then we use pushback to put it into the values vector. And then it comes back, and then it calls the average vector function, and it passes the vector here, and in this case you'll notice it's a value parameter. Okay, and so if I run this, and it'll say how many values do you have? How many values do you wish to average? I'll say 3, so 10, 11, 12, and the average is 11. So passing vectors to functions is just like passing everything else. You know, when you have your prototype, the big difference is, you know, that you have to state that it's going to be a vector, you have to specify the data type of the vector, and if you do have a reference parameter, it goes between the data type and the variable, just like it does with other data types. And when you call the function, again, you just pass the name of the vector. That's all you need to pass to it.